Hey, how you doing? This show called The Friends, in which the character named Joey, this is how he introduces himself to like girls. So like this is his pickup line. He just goes to them, they're like,
Hey, how you doing?
so I thought I'll start the vlog with, like that. Hey, how you doing? I think it should be more like, hey, how you doing? That's how it should be. Yeah. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to embark on the legendary moment of this comic making process, which, by the way, is to start working on the cover illustration for this comic book. For those who don't know what a cover illustration is, that is the front page, the front cover of a comic book. So that means that's important. My phone's ringing. Shut up. Okay, logged in on the post. This is the post. It's gonna be for the character over here. So this is the post. Mic testing 1, 2, 3. So let's get to the meat of the show, shall we, my friend? Okay. So here's the dealio. I haven't revealed the details about the comic just yet. I haven't done that. So this is going to be the episode where I do all that stuff. So the name of the comic, the details of the comic, everything right now, right here. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, we'll start doing that right now. Okay, the guidelines somewhat turned into something I did not expect. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and we'll find this thing up and start inking. That's what I'm gonna do. So most of you know that long back I planned on making a comic. Like 2 or 3 months ago, I posted a video and I drew this character, this bunny character, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a comic on this bunny character. Why do I want to make a comic? Because I really wanted to, make something, draw something, and just put it in a book like this, and just hold it, sell it, share it with other people, and say, hey, I made this stuff. That's one of the main reasons I started making a comic book. And also I really wanted to tell the story and through my drawings, which it's not that easy to tell a story through my drawings without making an animation stuff. But I wanted to make this big story thingy, and I cannot make an animated movie about it. So I thought, I'll just make a comic book and I'll tell the story through that. So that's what I am doing right now. So anyways, the bunny character was a comic that I was going to do, but I couldn't move forward with that because I didn't want to, really tell that story, because that comic was a very small 24-page comic that was the plan for that thing, which was like a preparatory comic, which I thought I'd do before I actually go and make my main big comic, which is the one I'm making right now. But before, like a week before I started 1 days of making comics, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna dump this thing. What do I say? I'm gonna dump this story, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the story which I actually want to do, and stop trying to prepare for stuff. And yeah, that's what I did. Anyways, y'all know that story. So the comic that I am doing right now is a story about this young boy named Kumar. Yeah, that's the name of the boy. Kumar is a very Indian name, so I thought I'll go with an Indian name. Yeah, but by the way, it's not an Indian thingy. It's not set in India, or it's not it's a fictional fantasy world filled with creatures and mystical things and beings, and set in this fictional place called Edina. and it follows the story, the adventure of this young little boy named Kumar. Why did I want to tell this story? Because I really wanted to understand myself better, myself as a human being, just gone from a kid to a man, and trying to explore the process, the things that go in between that, that transition phase of being a kid with no responsibilities and watching cartoon all day to a lot of responsibilities and taking care of your family and all that stuff, and meeting things that are unexpected, facing things that are unexpected. So that was the main reason I'm doing this comic. And also I really wanted a big project where I just wanted to have something to draw about. I don't want to think when I sit in my sketchbook. What is that sound? Anyways, I don't want to think about what exactly I want to draw when I sit in my sketchbook. So he's like, I'll create this big world that I'll have. So whenever I sit in my sketchbook, I'll never run out of ideas to draw. So that's one of the biggest reasons. So from those things came this comic, and the name of the comic is The Unexpected Adventures of Kumar and the Cowboys. That's like a very weird name, The Unexpected Adventures of Kumar and the Cowboys. This title appeared to me 2 years ago. The initial title was Kumar versus the Cowboys. So it was basically a story about a Indian boy who was in the Old West, and what happens. That was the initial plot. That was the initial idea. It was like, what happens when you take this Indian boy and put him in the Old West? Because I really like the Old Western movie, Old West settings and all that thing. The cowboy stuff, they just go like pew, pew. Yeah, I like that. So I thought I'll have this thing, but eventually when I started developing the story, and right now the title didn't fit the story that I have right now, so I had to change the title, and it came up with this title one day, just suddenly, just unexpectedly came to me, and that's the title of this comic, The Unexpected Adventures of Kumar and the Cowboys. I'm not sure about and the Cowboys. Maybe it's going to be there, it's not going to be there. It's definitely The Unexpected Adventures of Kumar. Yeah, about Kumar right there. He's this whimsical little young, naive, hilarious, compassionate, dark, cunning, jealous, egoistic boy, and that pretty much sums up his character. So the story follows his adventure, and I'll eventually release the comic online. Possibly, I'm thinking about that, putting it as a webcomic and also selling it as a published piece of work, like this little book right here, like that. So I really wanted to do those two things and see where it leads. So after 100 days of making comics, I don't know where the story is going. Actually, I know the initial part, and that's one of the reasons I really like to work on this thing, because I don't know where the story is going. Because some people tell you, write or tell stories that you know about, or some people tell you write stories that you don't know about, and I am sort of in that middle category where I'm gonna tell or write stories that I want to know about. So that's what I'm doing right now. I want to know what happens to this kid called Kumar when he just wants to do the stuff that he wants to do, and unexpectedly something is handed to him which he had to deal with. What will he do? What will happen to him? What is he going to do? Is he going to take it? Is he going to grow from that experience? Is it going to be, what happens? That's the whole thing, man. This world is set in the West meets the East, so it's got a lot of inspirations from both things. Also some inspirations from my own culture and country, India, and taking a lot of inspiration from the architecture, the design and all that thing, and taking those things, putting every single thing I like about art, comics, making movies and everything. I'm just taking that, combining those things into one little package and putting it into the story. So this is a big action adventure, big action stuff. I love that. I love these big adventure Spielberg type movies. So this is the story. So yeah, I think that should give you some ground to deal with what this comic is all about. Oh yeah, the first bunny comic I was gonna make, that was actually a story that was based on the hare and the tortoise thing. I kind of like that story. It's like, you know what, that's a good story about patience. I'm going to retell that story, add some science fiction element to it, and call it The Great Race, where the bunny meets the tortoise again after 25 years, and he's old and grumpy, and they're about to do the race again. By the way, it actually sounds like a good story. Maybe I might like that sometime. So yeah, this was supposed to be the cover, but I'm not very satisfied with the illustration. Like, yeah, it can be better. So I'll talk about this thing, why it's not going to be the cover, even though I made it. So yeah, in the next episode. So anyways, until then, I will see you guys later. Bye bye.